Hello, good evening. Welcome everyone. So today's live is going to be about how to design the inscriptions for your transparent printing. So let me see if I'll get a sample to show you. Okay, this one. So we did a tutorial on how to do this keychain last week. Yeah, so we are going to use today's live to explain how you can design these inscriptions from the comfort of your homes, on your own phones or your own computer or whatever you have at home. Okay, but before we get into today's tutorial, I want to address the materials for the resin at one more time. So there are still more people joining the free class. A lot of people who don't actually know that we do sell the materials, and some of you know, and you go and buy it somewhere, and then you use the resin, and they will be giving you um like, let me say, bad outcomes, or it's not giving you the best effects that you're looking for, and you still come and be asking me questions about them. Like, who does that? If you buy something somewhere and then you're not getting what you were actually looking out for, you should just ask the person you bought it from. Okay, so please, we sell the materials. Anything that I use for any tutorial, I sell it. So if you want to recreate pieces that I teach or I do in the tutorials, you can just DM for the materials. You can also walk into the shop and buy them, and you just work with it. So Mawunyo, speedy recovery. Okay, don't get sick. Okay, I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you here. Okay, so at the end of the class, I'll also teach you where you can get your printing done. In fact, we do printing, so you can just text us in case you want us to print your designs after you've made them for you. Good. So we are going to start the tutorial. I hope you're all ready. Pay attention, no, before you come. No, don't come and ask me any question. Pay attention here. Good. So the app we are going to be using is called Canva. You see it there, Canva. Anyone can use Canva. Anyone. It's very, very easy to use. I've downloaded it on this phone so that I'll walk you through how to sign up on the application, so that it makes it very easy for anyone to be able to like make pieces, design their own inscriptions. And then Canva is not only used for small projects or for designing transparent stickers. You can use them for your flyer, your logo, a lot. Okay, you can use it for a lot of them. Yeah, we can print QR code for you. That's Mariam's question. So we print QR codes, we print SABs, printing cards, we do all those printing. So you can text us anytime you want your printing done for your resin work. And because we're already in the resin business, we really know what you need for your project. So you can just DM us and we'll help you with it. Okay, good. And it's very cheap. It's not free, oh, that one there you pay, but it's very it's very, 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 very cheap. So don't worry, cry, it won't break your pockets. It's very, very cheap. So I'm going to like reposition the camera so that you would really, really see the whole process on how to do it. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Okay, so we are going to be using the desktop for most of the designs, but I'm going to use a phone to show you how you can use it to like create your own account. Okay, so first of all, you're going to tap on the Canva app on your phone. You have to have a Google account to make it easier for you, but I think you're all on YouTube, so you already have the Google account. So you're going to tap on, after you've downloaded the app. Okay, so you're going to tap on continue with Google. But if you have a Facebook account and you want to use Facebook, you can do it that way. okay? But I'm going to be using Google before. But if you are a beginner, you'll not really be seeing the same screen I'm seeing now. Why is it? No. They have a package called the Canva Pro, but you can use it for free if you don't have money to pay for that feature. So I've used it for some designs before, so this is what I'm seeing here. But if you've not used it before, I'll show you a copy of how the screen is going to look like if you've not used it before. So I'm going to put this aside and we're going to work with the desktop, okay? Now when you're working on the desktop, so this is the mouse. I made it very big so that you can see. So here I already have the Canva. I could just tap on it, but I want to just go through the whole process so that you see what I'm doing. So in the search bar, you can type in Canva. Hey, where did I type? Let me move it here so that you see well. Okay, so you can type in Canva, okay, .com, and then you're going to settings, please. I'm coming there. Okay, canva.com. So this is a new account on Canva. They have a lot of animations and a lot of things they'll be disturbing you with, but don't worry with that. So I hope you can see the screen well. Good. So if this is a new account, this is all you're going to see. They have some pro book or whatever they want you to just look at. It's playbook, it's not pro book, I think. So you can try and play around it and see what they have on offer. But if not, you can just move to create a design. You see create a design there. Good. So I said earlier that you can use it for a lot of things. You can use it to make your logo. Here you can use it for documents. For the documents, there are two types. You can use it for presentations, video editing, website design, and then you can enter in a custom size. Okay, so in a situation where maybe you're working on a keychain, like let's say this one, I'm supposed to post a tutorial on this one. I've not finished working on it, but I'll post a video very soon. So let's say you're working on something like this. The size is 4.5 cm. I'll explain more in the tutorial so that you get what I'm talking about. But let's say you're working on something like this and then you just want to move straight into, let's say, working with the size of the mold. You can go to custom size. Okay, so here the unit is mostly in pixels, that's the px, but you can change it to centimeters, millimeters, or even inches. So let's go to the cm. Good. So it's a round project, but their canvas sizes or their canvas sizes are square. Okay, so you'll be asked for width and height. So I said it is 4.5 cm, so I'm going to type in 4.5, and then for the height it is also 4.5. Have you seen that? Good. You can do the same thing. It has the same interface on the phone as well. Because the phone has a smaller screen, I just want to use the desktop so that it's much easier, so that we can all see what is happening. Okay, so once you're done, you're just going to go to create a design, and then it's going to create the canvas for you. So you see this is 4.5 by 4.5 cm. Good. So now before we start, let me explain some of the things on the screen, some features you see on the screen whenever you come on the page. So you're going to see text. No, it doesn't start from text. It starts from design. So you see design. So under the design, they are going to give you some templates for things you can do with the size you've inputted. So you can see different templates here. You can select any of them. We'll be working on that so that you get what I mean. But you see, they're giving you sample designs you can do. But you see, some of them have this crown there. So that's the pro. If you're not on pro, you cannot use that design. But most of them don't have the crown, meaning it's free. So you see, when I tap on this, it has appeared here. So let's go back to design. So you can just go down and then you see a lot of designs, a lot. This one here is also free. You can use it for photo editing, a lot of things. Okay, So a lot of them here are free that you can just tap on and work with. So that's what the design is about. Now let's go to elements. So elements, that's where the shapes and then other things you might need are. So let's say we search something. Oh, see, I think there's already a search here. Let me clear it and let's search for something new. Let's search for butterfly. So when we search for butterfly, they're going to bring us a lot that we can work with. Normally I go to graphics and then just select from there. So here you see a lot of butterflies, a lot of them that you can just work with. Okay, so some don't have the pro. Okay, some are free. This is free here. You see, when you tap on it, it will just appear. Let me move the camera a little. Okay, when you tap on any of the ones that are free, it will just appear here. But even for the pro ones, when you tap on it, it's going to appear on the screen. It's just that you cannot download the project. You cannot download if it has a pro feature. Okay, you see they've written here, remove watermarks. Good, you can use that, but you cannot download. Maybe you take a screenshot of the design, but you cannot download it on your phone. So this one says free. A lot of designs, a lot of them. So that's how you get the shapes. You can also use pictures of butterflies. You see this one here is a full picture. You can tap on it if you are using it for a design or a project you have in mind. There are so many. Okay, so that's how you'll be getting all these shapes, all these pictures, these designs. You'll be getting them while we have the elements. Now we'll move to text. So for text, you can use here we have the brand kit. So you see some brands, let's say something like Adidas or McDonald's or KFC. You see their logo has a specific font style. So over there you can select some fonts that you really like to use most of the time. But you see it's a pro feature, so let me just get rid of it. But you can add brand fonts that you really like to use with your brand when working with logos and all that. But if you don't need it. Okay, if you don't have money like me, please, we'll be using the free feature. Next we have the default text styles. So before that, let me delete everything here, so that I'm just going to select everything and then just delete it, so that we work with a blank page again. So here you realize that the default text styles, they are in 3 different sizes. There is a heading, there's a subheading, and then there's a little body of text, or the body of the text. Let me just call it a body. So for here too, you can choose to work with the heading. The heading is much bigger. The subheading is much smaller than the heading, and then the little body of text is also smaller than the subheading. Okay, good. So let me go through the whole tutorial. I'll come to all the questions you are asking. Okay, I want to finish the whole tutorial, then we'll move into the questions. Okay, I've seen a lot of questions you guys are asking, so don't worry, we'll get to that. So this is where the text is. So this is where the text is. You can also change the font style. So let's say if it's a wedding souvenir, you don't want to just write this Ajua and Kofi, then it's so like boring. Okay, so here we have the font styles as well. Okay, so with the font styles, you can change the design or whatever for the fonts. So here, this is Canva Sans. There's more stylish fonts. You see when you tap on it, it changes. You can type in, let's say, handwriting. You see handwriting is here. This makes it look more like someone wrote it. Okay, let me move so that I can see. I hope you can really see. Good. So you can also go to play pen. A lot. This one looks more stylish. A4. Okay, apricots, playwright, and then here too, most of the fonts are free, but some are also pro. See this one here. So you can change the font styles as well, so don't think you only get these few ones. You realize there's so many things you can do with Canva, and it makes it very easy. You can increase the font size to if it's too small for you. If you don't want to be increasing here with the plus, you can just enter the number you want. So this is 18, you can make it 35. If not, you can just drag on the side. Okay, so when you put it on any of the dots in any of the corners and you drag, it can become big, it can become small based on how you drag it. Okay, good. And another thing is that some fonts don't have a lot of the features. Okay, here you see bold, you see italics. So with this one you can do italics, but some of the fonts you cannot do italics. You see here, you cannot do italics. When I put a mouse on it, it does that round or stop or whatever sign, you understand. But with this one, with the italics, you can click on it and make it italics, but you cannot make it bold. Some of them you can make it both bold and italics. No, this one is not part of those. I think Canva student fonts. No, even that one. Okay, so you see with this one you can make it bold, but you cannot make it italics. So for the features, it depends on what's like the app is giving us. Okay, but don't worry too much. There's so many fonts you can experiment with. There's so many fonts you can experiment with. For those who just joined, you can try and watch from the beginning where I showed how to sign up and then how to come to this page. Okay, so that you can just watch from the beginning and then follow with us, or when we are done you can just go back and watch it. But I'll see if I can like go over and then show it all over again. Okay, yes. So this is where you can change the fonts. There are so many features. You can change the transparency. You see here is deep, you can make it light. So there's so many things you can do. So the text is the next option. Next we have brand. So that's where we have the brand text and all that. You can do your brand colors. Maybe your brand you only do red and white. I think KFC that's red and white. So with the brand colors, good, you can select the colors you want. With the brand fonts, you can select the fonts you want. With the logos, if you have a brand logo, you can add your brand logo. But you have to pay for it, it's not free. But if not, you can just move on without touching any of this. Next we'll go to uploads. And don't think too much about the pro feature. You don't really need it. If you don't have money and you don't really use Canva for a lot, you only use it for logos, like, or maybe your transparent sticker designs, you don't really like have to pay for the brand the pro feature. So next we'll go to uploads. So here you can add images or whatever that you want. I'll walk us through how to download the image and how to upload it as well. I'm just hoping we have enough time today. Yes, so you can also upload images from your Google Photos, from your Dropbox, from your Google Drive, wherever, from your gallery, wherever. And then they also have some extra tools here. You can use the pens, whatever, to just mark. Let me see this one. Okay, so you can use it to draw any design that you want. Okay, good. So that's also for the tools. So since we wouldn't really need all this, I'm going to delete it so that we can start today's tutorial. Great. So we are going to make a simple design for a simple wedding souvenir. So hey, one more thing, I don't want to be talking for that thing, no. I want to be sure that you're actually following the whole thing. So please, if you are following, you can just leave a thumbs up. If you are not getting anything, so you just type it in the comment section. But if so far you understood everything I've said, you can just leave a thumbs up emoji in the comment section so that we can move on. I'm waiting, please, I beg you. I don't want to just be talking for nothing. Okay. So it seems we are getting everything so far. So now we are going to move straight into adding in making the design for the souvenirs and what have you. Okay, so let me see. I think, yeah, maybe we'll try and do something like this, something simple. Okay, good. So we are going to start by entering text. Okay, so for the text, let's say we want it to be a wedding, or maybe let's move with the design first. Okay, so I explained earlier that for the design they have a lot of templates that you can work around. some are wedding. You see this one here, it's a wedding, and so on and so forth. So I can tap on this one. Let's say you are working on a wedding keychain, and then you want to just move with a simple design. You're not very good with design and all that, because if you want to design your own thing from scratch, you would have to know how to move around the dragging of the fonts. You see this one, the person just arranged it themselves and all that. You have to know how to insert the correct elements. The elements are where I showed you, where we get the shapes and all that. Good. We'll also work around that, but for the meantime, let's start with a template. So this is a template, so you can change the style. Okay, you can shuffle. Here they have a shuffle option, so you see when you shuffle, it switches the color for some of the features. Have you seen that? So you can shuffle it so that it gives it a lighter tone, or you can just change the colors in the design. That's what we are going to do. So we are going to change the colors inside the design. So let's say we are working with this this template. Okay, so we are going to tap on the background. So when you tap on the background, you see the color for the background here is black. Okay, they've even written down the background color. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap on the background color if you want to change it. Good. So here you see for the color they've written try blue or hash whatever. So this one here is what we call the hex code. Every color on the internet has a hex code. So a color like white, yes, white is FFF. So if you don't really know the hex code, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. The reason why I want to talk around the hex code is that there are some customers who will text you with a color they want you to work with, and then sometimes you can't really import the color from an image. Okay, so if you know the hex code of some colors, you can search online. Okay, so I'll try and get a day, and then we'll work on how to get the hex code of some colors. But for now, you can either just type in the color you want, or you can type in the hex code. So to not confuse you, I'll not do that. I'll just type in the color. So I'm going to type in white. Okay, so this is white. So you can tap on the white. It changes the background automatically to white. Have you seen that? Good. So you can just use this way. You just tap on it, and then it is just going to change the color automatically to white. Good. So now we've changed the background to white. Now we're going to tap on the text itself. So when you tap on the text here too, you see the text color. You tap on the text color. Maybe you want it to be black, so you tap on the black, and now they'll bring you this option to be able to change all the colors in the documents. That all, let's say, is this gold or yellow? Yes, if you want to change all of them to black, you just tap on it, and it's going to change all the text in here to black for you. You see how easy that is? Good. So now we're going to move to the elements that was imported. The elements being the circle, the floral circle here. It's called a floral circle because it has flowers at the borders. Okay, so we are just going to change that also. Here we'll tap on the color, and then we don't need white anymore, so we're just going to tap on the black, and then it has also been changed to the black. So this is how you're going to just work around the design, but we are not going to stop here. Let's say the customer's name or date or whatever they are using for the event. It's not AC, Alex, and Karaya or Kahaya. I don't even see the text well. But let's say that is not what the name is for the event. Let me zoom in a little. Good. So let's say the name is not this. Maybe the customer's name is Teddy. Okay, so you just type in your T. But there's a small T. Why is it small T? Let me just type it in first. You type in your T, and then you also type in, maybe yes, Teddy and Ophelia or Princess. Teddy and Princess. So that's TP. Okay, but maybe you want the text to come together. You see here it looks a little divided, so you can just drag the P, tap on it and drag it. It's just going to come together with the T so that it looks like more stylish. Okay, good. So you can just use that, and then you'll be able to change the first set of text in the setting. Good. So now we have the names itself. So here we can also change the fonts though. Let's change the fonts. I don't really like what I'm seeing. So we'll change this font to maybe I don't really like this font too. Let me see. I don't like Daydream. This one will be too stylish. Let me see. Okay, let's use this one. Oh yeah, so the name is Kahaya. Okay, so we're going to make it Teddy space and princess, right? Okay, so now it looks a little clumsy. Good. So you can change it a little by maybe reducing the size of the text, or you can maintain the size. You can spread it out a little bit, and then it spreads out. So sometimes if you want to move an element, a text, a bracket, or a text element, or whatever, you are going to see these two features. Let me use something else to point. When I use the mouse, it will just change. Please let me use my screwdriver. So you see this here, you see this here. So this one helps you to rotate it, okay, but this one helps you to move it around. So I'm going to put the mouse over it. Okay, so even when I put the mouse over it, it just changes to the same icon or whatever. Then use it to drag it well in place. So now we have Teddy and Princess here. We can still change the fonts if we want to. We still have the same. Oh, let's use this one. Same Teddy and Princess. Okay, now we'll go to the date. So for the date, this is 2024 here. Obviously the wedding is going to be in 2024, so it's 20th May 2024. We can just change the 4 to 5, and then we are done. Okay, so now we have TP, Teddy and Princess, and then this is their wedding whatever. So we can also increase, let me zoom out a little. Good. We can also increase the size of the floral border elements we have around here. So we just drag on it, and then it gets a little bigger. That way maybe we can add in more text or whatever. So we're going to move this up a little so that if we have any nice message we want to add to the whole thing to make it nicer, we can just add that. Okay, so I'm moving them up a little. Good. So now we have Teddy and Princess, and then their initials in the middle. But I still want to add a little thank you for coming or something. Okay, so I'm going to go back to text. I'm going to go to subheading. Now they've imported or they've included the text placeholder or whatever for us. So I'm going to drag it below the date. Okay, and then maybe we'll add in thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming. Hey, I didn't even type it well. Okay, so thank you for coming. Good. So we want to change this font because obviously this doesn't really look nice. So we're going to tap on the font style up here. You see it's even written font here. Okay, so now you realize I selected all the text. You see that I selected all the text, so I'm going to just tap on the font up here, and then maybe change it to anything. Playpen. No, I don't really like that one. This one. Okay, this will not be bad. So just change the font style of that one. Thank you for coming. So we have changed the text. Okay, so now we can move that one to around it. Okay, have you seen that? Now that is it. So maybe you move the date a little below, and then we can increase the size of the names of the couple too. Then we'll put that one too in place. So now we have TP, Teddy and Princess, thank you for coming. You can choose to delete this if you don't want it there. You can leave it this way, or you can bring it back if you want to. But if you feel like maybe changing this whole floral border, you want to use something else, please, yes, for those who just joined, this is Canva, okay? So the name is written up here, canva.com. It's Canva we are using, okay? Good. So if you want to change this whole floral border, you come back to elements. You see the elements again. So you realize the elements is a very, very important feature. That's where you'll be able to add in a lot of things. So here I'm just going to type in flower border. Okay, you can even see flower border down here. So when you type in the flower border, you go to graphics. I like to use graphics. I really like to use graphics. So you can tap on the flower border. You see a lot of them, okay? A lot of them. So you just scan through till you see what you want. We can even use this one. This looks pretty. Hey, yeah. So I deleted the old one, and then I put the new floral border in there, so we can align or reposition the text. So let me move the P first. Okay, can reposition the text, that way it looks more presentable. Okay, so yeah, you can change the floral border. There's so many designs you can work with. Okay, so this is the first option. Okay, so yeah, you can work around it. There are so many you can use. See this one here, you can even change the color. You can make it black, whatever. Okay, so this is just a free hand, just playing around kind of sketch thing that we are doing. So and yeah, for but yeah, but it's oh, maybe if you think it's nice, you can also let me know though. But I don't really see it to be nice, because I wouldn't like do this for a customer though. But this is to just give you an idea of what you can do. You realize there's so many possibilities. There's a lot you can do by yourself on your phone. These kind of things, when you send them to graphic designers, they charge more, okay? So you can download it on your phone, whether it is an iPhone or an Android. You can download it. You just search for Canva, and it's free. Okay, it's free. You can add a lot of features if you pay for the Pro, but I wouldn't really recommend you pay for the Pro. You just use it like that. Okay, use the free feature, you get a lot. You can use it to design your own logo, your own flyer, your own price list, a lot. Okay, if you send this to a graphic designer, some of them even use Canva. They'll collect money and then they'll use some of the templates for you, and then they'll just give you a high price, download and send it to you. So you will be there and be convincing me that it is nice. Me, I won't say anything, but let's try and download this image so that we'll move on to using another type of design. Okay, so let me see, for the thank you for coming. Good. There's another feature. Sometimes if you type, let's say you've typed this thank you for coming, but you want everything to be caps, like everything to be capital letter, what you're going to do is, you see this three dots here. Okay, you tap on the three dots and you see this one here, a small a and a capital A. When you tap on it, it will change it to all caps. What I say? So if you feel like maybe it doesn't really look presentable that way, you can just change it. And then you are good to go. Okay, so now let me try and go through some of the questions we answered before we move on. So the questions are plenty, and I'll recommend you just retype your questions so that like I'll answer them, you understand, because some of the questions I'm not really seeing them well. I want to answer most of them, then we move on. Okay, so for those who just joined, this is Canva. Okay, so to go to access the Canva app on your desktop, you can just type Canva. I didn't may type here .com. Okay, so canva.com, and then you just tap enter. So here we've already signed into the account, so it's just going to bring us straight into it. But for those of us who are here from the beginning, and even those who just joined, you now see that this is the project we are working on now. Okay, if we tap on it, it's just going to bring us to whatever we've done currently. Have you seen that? So every design you do, they save it for you so that you don't have an issue. And then yes, you can have it on your phone. So you want to see my phone password? Let me let me enter my phone password here. So this is a app on the phone. This is how it looks like on the phone. Okay, so here too you can add, you go to the plus, you can create your own project or whatever. So here we have custom size, so you can enter the size you want to work with. So here normally they put it in pixels, that's the px when you tap on the unit, but you can change it to centimeters and it makes it easier for you. So depending on the project you are working on, if it is a keychain like this one, the size is normally 4.5 cm. If you're not too sure, you can use a ruler to get the size of the keychain you are working with. Good. So it's 4.5, so you're going to go there and then you're going to type in your 4.5, then the height again 4.5. Have you seen that? Then you tap on create a design. So they're going to bring you a blank canvas, yes. So it's going to be white like this. It's going to load small, please. Small. So it will bring you this screen where you are going to do your editing, your design, and all that. Good. So the same features we have on the computer, you realize they are all here: the design, the elements, text, everything. Okay, so here you can go to design, and from design you can enter different templates, so that all you have to do is to change the name. But if you see the crown here with the pro, it means you have to pay before you can use that design. If not, any other thing is free. You see this one doesn't have any crown, so you can just tap on it and then change the name. But you see, that's how the Canva app looks like. You can use the same app to design your logo, your price list. They even have video editing features, so you can play around with it if you want to. Now when we go to the elements, for the elements, this is where you see the shapes, the images that you can import and all that. Okay, so let's say, okay, you see some of them have already been written, but if you don't see what you want, you can just type it in. Okay, so here let's say a heart. Let's say we want a heart, so go to heart. Good. So you're going to see a lot of them. Let's go to graphics. You're going to see a lot of hearts. You see the pro ones, you cannot use them because you have to pay, but for the others they are free. This is free, this is free, this is free, this is free. So for the others, you can just tap on any of them depending on how the project you are working on is, or the kind of design your project demands. You can get it from there as well. Then text, you can enter in some text. Here we have different types and all that. Have you seen? Sometimes for the text too, at times they give you templates you can play around. It's the same thing on this one too. But let me go back to the project and then let's go to text. Okay, so text. So when you scroll down, you see some other features or some other templates you can work with. Okay, so it just depends on how you want your project to look like. So now let me take some questions and then we will move on. Okay, let me see. Um, so Juliana is asking, so after making your own logo, do we need to use the printer? Or for your logo, it depends on what you're using it for. If you want to print it, you can print it, yes. But if you just want your logo on your social media as maybe your profile picture or something, you just download the image and then use it, okay? But if you want to print it for whatever reason, you can also print it. That's also fine. So Nana, sorry, I just explained how to get the size correctly. You can use that process. You just take dimensions or the size of the mold or the keychain you are trying to work on, the project you're trying to work on, and then you use it for your canvas. So okay, so tutorial on a design name with love emoji at the end of the name. Yes, I'll try that today too, so that you see how you can add some custom hearts or whatever to the names. Okay. um so after designing the logo, you need to go and print it out. Yeah, so after designing the logo, when you download it, okay, when you download the image, you just send it. You let me download it first. So you go to share. Let's say we are done with this image, okay? You go to share, then you go to download. You see that? Now, normally they will suggest you use PNG, but I would recommend you move on to JPG. Okay, it's best for sharing. They've even written it here. You realize it's very easy to use. They've even explained a lot of features. So PNG is for complex images, illustrations. JPG is best for sharing. If you want the quality of the image to be it wouldn't really get destroyed or it wouldn't really reduce, you can just use JPG. And normally printing press people will ask for JPG. So once you select JPG, you just move down, and then here they've already set the default ones for you. You realize there are crowns here, okay, meaning it's a pro feature. If you want to adjust the quality of the image, you have to pay, but aside that, you are good to go. So once you're done with your JPG, you can save download settings or just leave it there, and then you download it. So it's just going to download onto your device. Okay, so this is it. I'm trying to open it. Good. So when I open it in the Photos app, this is what we are getting. Have you seen that? It will download on your phone as an image. You see? Good. So you can save it, and then when you're done, you send that file to the printing press. Okay, so when you send it to them, you tell them the size you want. You tell them that, oh, you need, let's say you need 4.5 cm size, and then they will print it for you. You can also tell them to cut it as well. So for a project like this, after the image was saved, it was sent, and you just tell them, oh, you want, let's say, 50 pieces of this size in a round shape. Okay, you add the shape. Oh, don't just send it, because you realize it saves as a square. You see here, it's a square. It's a square canvas we are working with. So if you just tell them 4.5 cm without saying round, they'll print a square for you. But if you tell them round, they know what to do. Okay, so you tell them 4.5 cm round, print and cut, and then you add the quantity, maybe 80 pieces, 100 pieces, 200 pieces, whatever. You add the quantity you want, you send it to them, then they are going to cut it in a round shape for you. So you realize this one here, it was cut round, and then all you have to do is to just paste and do your doming. You understand? Good. So you just download it and then send it to them with the instructions. Now let me move to the next question. So yeah, I'll be teaching how to add heart emojis, so don't worry. So yes, you can also use it for pictures. Okay, Esther, you can use it for pictures as well. Let me see. Yes, you can also download a colored image. You can also download a colored image for printing. But one thing is that if you're using your mini printer, you cannot print colored. Good. So for some people, they use the same process. Let me delete this. This is all black and white. They use the same process, but when they are done, they issue the print out command on their mini printer on their phone. So when you download this image, it's already black and white. You just print it with your mini printer, you're good to go. But if you want it colored, you need to go to a printing press. And then yes, we also print. Okay, we print SAV, we print transparent stickers. Okay. Oh, let me see. Try this color, whatever. You try and see the effect it gives you. If it doesn't give the best effect, maybe you wouldn't do the same thing next time. If it does, then it means you're on the safer side. Okay. So yes, you print it as a sticker because you need to adhere it to the surface you are working on. So now we are done with using this templates as the design. You realize there's so many. So if you want the templates that you see to be related to the project that you are about to do, what you are going to do is you can type it in. Let's say you want it to be wedding. Okay, so we are moving back to the templates, but this time I'm helping you to search for the design you want. So you go to design again. You can do that on your phone, on your PC, whatever. You tap on the design, and in the search you're going to type wedding. Okay, so you can type wedding, or you can type wedding monogram. Okay, so here they have monogram logo, just monogram. Let's just tap on the monogram logo. So here you're going to see different designs with wedding. Like for the first one, you can go to add as new page. You see that? So meaning you have the first page, you have the second page. Good. Here too, this is Amalia and Rufus or something. So here too, you can change the Amalia and Rufus. You can change this to G and L. Okay, and then the G. I don't even know any name. Okay. We have Godfred. Good. We have Godfred, and we have the L should be I don't know, Linda. Good. Linda. So yeah, we have Godfred and Linda. You can move around, just play with it. Oh, someone even typed that Linda. Hey, we said the same thing though. Please, if you are following, you can also leave a thumbs up, because I don't want to think I'm talking to no one. No, I beg. So please leave a thumbs up if you are getting it so far. Okay, good. So Godfred and Linda, yeah. So we can do Godfred and Linda for the GNL, or we can also go and look through or work around a different design. Okay, this answer doesn't look bad. So we can tap on this. So for this one, I'm going to use replace current page. You understand? So when you tap on replace current page, you realize we have the first one, and now the page 2 is a different page altogether. Aha, good. So when you replace current page, this is what you're going to get. So with this one too, they have W and E, Elise and William, and then they have their dates. Okay, so one thing you can do to help yourself is that maybe when a customer texts you and then they are like they want souvenirs for a wedding, you can ask them if they want to include the dates, if they want to include a message. When you ask customers these kind of questions, you give them these kind of options, they feel like you really know what you are about, and then it makes them happier because there is now the opportunity to explore more features. Okay, include more designs, include more custom messages on their souvenirs, and it makes them very happy. Okay, so with this, let's say we don't want to change the names or whatever. Let's say we don't want to change anything at all. What you can do is that you can just add let's say maybe the customer wants you to add a nice message. Maybe I want to use this Elise plus William. I want to use the same font size, everything. What I can do is, you see, when I tapped, let me tap on it again. When I tapped on the Elise plus William, they brought here some features or some elements, or not elements, some features or functions I can perform on the text. So here we have comments, here we have lock, we have duplicate, we have delete. And when you talk together in, maybe say love, yeah. So yeah, I'm just typing together in love or together with love. I don't even know what I'm typing, but yes, you can just type in a custom message. Some will give you a memory verse they want you to use, some will give you a message, some will give you a lot. Okay, so you just leave the message down there and then you are good to go. So that's what you can do. You can add, you can duplicate and then change the text, and then yeah. But I always advise you play around the Canva app. The more you use the app, the more you find it very easy to use and add more features, whatever. Okay, good. So that's it for the templates. There's another one here, Jasmine and Gaston. So let's use it to replace the current page. So you see here they have Jasmine and Gaston, and they also have their wedding dates here. Okay, so you can also use that one to, you add in your not inscriptions, you add in the names of the customers, and then you add in their wedding date. You understand? Good. So even just with these simple ones, you see so many designs you can do. Canva is very good, it's very easy to use. See, with this one too, they have another one you can do. You can change the background of this one if you want to. You can change it to, let's say, white or pink or blue, or maybe even this green or orange. So it's all you, and then the colors a customer wants you to use. Okay, so let's say it's let's say it's a funeral. Okay, you go again to design. Here you go to funeral, so you type in funeral. Hey, I didn't even type it. Okay, so funeral. So now they're going to give you a lot of custom designs you can print for a funeral. Okay, a lot of them. So in a situation where maybe they don't want you to include a picture, you can just go ahead and just use this one. So this one here, there's no picture, they've just written celebrating the life of Eugene Crafton, dates, the events and whatever. But in case they want you to use a picture, here there is a design where there's a picture. They wrote the name in loving memory of so and so. You can change the picture. Okay, so let's try and change the picture. Let's get a picture of someone. Okay, so let me search for Christian Achu, someone who has already passed away. I don't want to use someone who hasn't passed away, then it's not nice that way. So let's say this picture. I want a picture that is a little, okay, this one is not bad. Oh, hey, let's use any picture. Okay, so you can, first of all, you can download the image. Okay, you can save it, go to save image, or you can even copy the image. Let's copy and see if we can paste it on the project, or let's save it just to be on the safer side. Okay, so you can save it. I'm going to save it on the desktop. Okay, good. So I'm going to save it on the desktop, and then I'm just going to click on this save. So now that I've saved it, I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to go to uploads. You see that? So when you tap on the uploads, now you can upload files. So you tap on upload files, and then it will bring you to the home screen or your wherever you are getting your image from. So here we have the Christian Achu image. We'll tap on it, and then we'll go to open. Okay, so once we've opened the image, this is what we have here. So you can just tap on the image. So with this, you can hover it over the old image and then it will be replaced. Let me do that again in case you didn't see. So this is the image we've downloaded. This is what the computer has given us. This is what they are giving us in their system. You tap on it and do like you are dragging it. Okay, when you drag and it reaches where the woman's picture is, it's going to replace it. Have you seen that? Good. So you can change the name to Christian. You can change the name to Christian. I hope I'm spelling it right. Okay, so now this is how it's going to look. This name is longer than the name that was there for the woman, so I'm just going to tap on the name and then drag on the side. You see, when I put the mouse over there, it changes. Okay, so I'm going to drag. If you drag from the corner like this, it's going to increase the size. That's what we want. Let me undo. I just want to make it like spread out, so you drag on the side and it will spread it well, then you move it well in place. Have you seen that? So now we have Christian Achu. Okay, so that's how you import an image or you add an image. You can also just use another design with another image. This one too has an image like that. Okay, so let me say add this new page. So this one too, in loving memory of so and so and so and so. So for this one too, we can replace the image like that. So that's for when you want to add an image to your project. For funeral, they have a lot of templates you can also work with. So don't think you only get one way. Okay, there are so many you can work with. So many. You just have to be very good with searching for them. Okay, so just search for the images. You get plenty to work with. Okay, and then you can also use custom messages and whatever. And yeah, it's easier to use the PC. That one is true. Maybe a laptop or a tablet. On the phone, you see the interface is smaller. Okay, you see the phone screen is smaller, so sometimes working with it is a little tricky. That's true. So it's much easier if you are working with a bigger screen. But if you use it more on the phone, you get used to it and it makes it like easier over there too. Okay, so here we have this one here. So for here there is a bed. Maybe you don't want a bed, so you can delete it. Then you go to elements. Okay, you go to elements, then instead of flower border, we're going to cancel that and we're going to enter maybe a cross, or maybe not cross. Let me just type in funeral. Okay, so that they will give us things we can use for a funeral kind of setup. Okay, so there's so many. Let me see. I don't think I'm getting what I want. Let me type cross, not like that. Yeah, let me type across like that. It's much broader, so you can narrow your search down. Maybe cross. So here there are so many cross designs you can use. Okay, there's so many. You can use this one. Let me tap on it. Okay, so you see you cannot see anything, right? You can't see anything, but it's on the screen. The reason why you can't see anything is that the cross already is black and our background is also black, but you can change it to white. That way you see it. Have you seen it now? So in case you tap on something and you are not seeing it on your project, don't feel scared or don't feel bad. Okay, it's just that it's black or something. So sometimes when you're working on a white background, there are sometimes you import an image, you'll not be able to see it, but when you change the color, you'll be able to see it now. You can also use this one here. This one to use black. Have you seen that? Even the color of the elements here is also black. You can tap on it, you can change it to white. Have you seen? Good. So let's say I want to rearrange everything on the screen here. I'm just going to bring them down so that the cross will be in the middle at the top, like that. You see that? Good. So you just have to just play around the app. The more you play around it, the more you realize how easy it is to use. Okay, it's very very easy to use. Don't get confused. What I say, don't get confused. So a simple design, just like that, simple design. You can just print this one. Yeah, gone. You can also look for more elements that are more you can work with. This one is also black, so you can change that one to white. Have you seen that? You can make it smaller. Let's say I want to make it much smaller, and then I'm just going to maybe bring it down here. Have you seen that? So that there'll be two cross designs on one page. Have you seen? Aha. So yeah, that's it for adding these souvenirs, these elements to your designs. Okay, so you just realize you just have to be creative. If you're not too creative, please just use templates. Just use templates. The customer will be happy. All they need is a custom design, or they just want you to do a good job. Okay, so you just do this. It's not difficult to cry. You realize how easy it is. So you just have, maybe here they want forever in our hearts. Okay, so you go to that and forever in our hearts, like that. So you just spread it out and yeah, good to go. Yeah, so let me see after designing the logo. So you can print straight from your printer or your computer with your printer, but it's just that you have to print on a certain type of material to be able to get the best effect in working with resin. I actually have a tutorial on how this was made. I just haven't posted it yet. I'm not done working on the voiceover. This week has been a little hectic, so I've not even posted anything this week. But I'll explain that in the tutorial so that you see why printing or working with any type of paper at all in your homes isn't the best option. That's why I'm always saying you go to the printing press, they will get it done for you. Okay, so I'll explain that in the tutorial so that you get a grip of what I'm trying to talk about. Good. So some people also asked about, let's say when you want to add a hat to the name you are designing. So I'm going to move into that tutorial so that we can also learn how to do that, and then I'll answer a few questions and we are done for the night. So before then, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll go over it and then we'll just move on. Okay, any questions at all? Okay, so if there are no questions, let me move on to how to add the hearts to the names and all that. So I'm going to go to add page to move to a new page. But one thing is, when you work on a certain type of page, let's say this one here, I go to add page, the next page is going to be this. So sometimes getting stylish fonts and all that is a little bit of a struggle. Okay, so don't normally use a mini printer app, but if you have the Canva, you can design the names. Okay, you can design the names, and then when you are done, you download the picture on your phone and then you print it. Okay, Stephanie is saying you can connect it to your mini printer. Okay, then that's good. So if you have the mini printer, you have your Canva, why not? Well, yeah, but personally I've not really connected it to a mini printer before, so I don't know. So now let's move on to adding a heart shape to the transparent sticker design. So we're going to go to text. At this point we already know where we get the text. Okay, I'm going to go to text. Here I'm going to use heading so that it's much bigger. So you see it's bigger here. Good. So we don't like this font, but before that let's type in the name. Okay, so let's say the name we are using is, I don't even know. What name should we use? What name should we use, my people? Let's use Stephanie's name. Okay, so we are using Stephanie. Good. So now we are going to go to the font style. Okay, so you tap on it, and now there are so many fonts you can work with. Okay, a lot of them. And then they have different categories. They have handwriting fonts, they have corporates. Let me move it closer so that you see what I'm talking about. They have handwriting, they have corporate, they have display. Let's go to next. They have headings, paragraph. They have a lot. Okay, a lot of font styles or whatever that you can select from, calligraphy, whatnot. So let me see if Anastasia script will be nice. Oh, it's nice. Okay, so I'm just tapping on the one of the font styles. Okay, hey, if our Gansa said we should use a 4, but please, you will do another one for a 4, we beg you. So this is it for the Stephanie. Sorry, we are going to use the Stephanie. Okay, and then let's move on. So this is Stephanie. Sometimes some of the fonts you cannot do bold, you cannot do italics like I explained earlier, but maybe you want it to be a little bold, because you see, maybe when you print this might be a little too light. Good. So there's this trick I use. You go to effects. Okay, tap on effects. So here they have a lot of effects you can try on your font. You can do lift, you can do hollow, you can do splice, but the one I want you to use is outline. This is it. Okay, so outline. So now let me zoom in a little more. Okay, good. So when I did the outline, you realize there is this kind of gray outline around the text. So by default, the outline is going to be this color. That's what the computer gives you. But if you don't want it to be that color, you see the color is written here, and this is the color they are giving you. You just tap on it. If the text you are using is black, you just tap on black so that the outline is also black. Good. But now you realize it's too thick. You cannot really see the text. So you come to thickness and you drag it till you see the text. You can move it all the way to 1, or you can bring it a little bit up. You see, the more you increase the thickness, the more it becomes too thick or too deep. So we are going to leave the thickness at, let's say, 23. Oh, yeah, 30. Let's leave it at 30. So now it's very thick and it's very solid. Okay, sometimes if you leave the text without any outline or anything like this, it's too light, you cannot even see it when it's printed out. So now we have the text. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to elements, and for elements we need, let's say, we need a heart. Okay, so let's type in the heart. So let's type in heart. So this is it. Okay, let me go to graphics so that we see a lot of different designs. Oh, so they have this cute one here. This one is pink. You can change the color. You see here, the color is here. You can change it to black, lemon green. You can change it to red. You can type any color you have on your mind. I've been wanting to search apricots for some time now. So, oh, they don't have apricots. Apricots, any color. So, please let me use my red light. That's why. So now we have the hat. Okay. Oh, Shiva is saying that if you are following, drop a hat. She's not wrong. If you are following, please drop a hat for me. Why? I beg you. So now we have the hat. Okay, but we obviously don't want it to be a big hat. Okay, so we're going to resize it and make it a little smaller so that it fits the name. Okay, so we're going to tap on one of the corners of the shape. You realize there are 4 corners here. Any of them, tapping on any of them will increase or reduce the size depending on how you drag it. Okay, so we are going to put it on the the one of the corners, and we are going to drag it upwards so we get a smaller shape that we want. And I also explained earlier that where is this thing? Good. This is rotate, this is move. Okay, sorry. So we've gotten a small heart because of how I dragged it. Let me drag it again so that you see. So it was big, okay, so I dragged it until it became small. Have you seen? Good. So now you see here that we have this small plus thing here. That one is what will help you to move it around, and this will help you to rotate it. Good. So I'm going to put it there, then move it all the way to this place here. So if you want to rotate, you tap on it, it's going to help you rotate it. Okay, but if not, and you just want to leave it like this, you just leave it like that. If you want to move it somewhere else, you can move it. Okay, good. So you can use this for the souvenirs, for the keychains, or whatever. You see here, you can add a hat. You can save this image directly. You can even save this with your name and then just use it as your DP or something, because it's very cute, you see. Okay, so one thing, there are so many disadvantages of using the mini printer, as I explained in the tutorial on how to do. Well, I think I didn't explain anything about the mini printer. For the meantime, I haven't really said much. But the mini printer is not really the best option when it comes to printing inscriptions for your resin pieces. The first reason is that, let me show you one printer I have here. Okay, so this printer here is a thermal printer. Okay, it's used to print receipts and all that. Have you seen that? Good. So the mini printer is also a thermal printer, like this one here. Okay, so thermal printers don't have ink. They don't use toner, they don't use ink. Okay, so you are not going to change any ink in them. So one thing that happens is that when you go to a shop and you buy something and the receipt is printed for you, after some time the inscriptions on the receipts can fade. That's what happens with the mini printer. So what happens is that it doesn't really give the best printouts. This is a little expensive than even the mini printer, so this one gives a higher quality of print as compared to the mini printer. But even with this, it can fade within 24 hours. Okay, the inscriptions are not made to last. That's one thing about them. So whenever you are using a mini printer to print out your inscriptions, the first disadvantage is that they don't print colored. Thermal printers print only black and white. They don't print colored. That's the first disadvantage. The second is it would clean, it will fade. Okay, so whenever you are working and you are using a mini printer, you're not going to get the best effects as compared to someone who prints from a printing press where they use transparent sticker. And yes, most of them do use transparent sticker. I also explained when we were beginning that we also do transparent sticker printing as well. We do print and cards, all that. So if you want to print anything, you can let us know, and then we'll get you sorted. Okay, so using a mini printer, you wouldn't even get this red color here for the heart. It's not going to give you this red color. So if you have a mini printer already, please don't throw it away. You can use it for a lot. You can use it to print maybe thank you sticker for your customers for the meantime, and then even after some time it's going to get destroyed. That's one honest truth. And yes, even after it cures, it's going to fade at times. Even while you're pouring the resin on it, it's going to fade whilst you're even pouring your resin on it. There are some people who have a hack that they think will work, but I'm going to be very honest with you, after some time it's also going to fade. Those who use the sellotape method and all that, after some time it's going to fade. Okay, so don't invest in buying a mini printer if you don't have one. Okay, you can just let the printing press guys do it for you. It's very cheap. The only disadvantage with them is they don't do small printing. What I say, they don't do small printing. The thing is, you see, it's a large printer. It prints it prints a lot at a go. So if you send just Stephanie like this to them, they might knock you before you leave the shop. We are normal price because some phone I will buy. So please don't send a simple name like this to them. Okay, if you are lucky and you send it, one thing that might happen is that they would maybe attach your printouts to someone else's own. Okay, because let's say you bring a Stephanie like this and someone has already sent a job for printing 200 pieces, 100 pieces, 300, even maybe 50 pieces. Sometimes 50 pieces they'll do it for you. They will do it for you, don't worry, they'll do 50 pieces for you. So if maybe you send your Stephanie when some rich person has sent their 100 pieces printouts, they would maybe add your Stephanie and print it with it. What I say? But so what is Stephanie weighing? My people, even this Stephanie, when you're using it on a keychain, there's not even going to feel A4 size like this. A4 size, it's going to be something small here. How much more big printer? Hey, frame you, please. You collect your lashes and then you leave. Okay, so the mini printer, yeah, I'm going to even be selling some soon, but I want to tell you the truth. I don't want you to buy and then you come back and say, hey, O-Celle's class, when I bought it, it's doing this. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'll tell you the truth. I don't care, because I've bought more than one mini printer and then it didn't give me what I was looking for. Please, I beg you. Okay, so don't buy it. If you have it, use it for thank you sticker or something simple. Don't stress yourself too much. That's what I say. Another thing is the mini printer printout. It doesn't give you a very clear outcome. Okay, what happens is that their transparent sticker is a little foggy. It's a little and yet clear. It's not that clear. It's a little whitish or something. Those who have them know. Okay, it's not very clear. So when you go and buy it, some of them, they know, they will sell it to you. When you finish, then they themselves, they'll post on TikTok hack on how to do. Hey, I did told you a review hack on how to prevent fading. What, Charlie? Don't buy it there, I beg you. So let me see. So the mini printer, if you are lucky, it can last a year if you are lucky. But by then, maybe I know what to okay. So I mean, it's still an investment. You understand? Some people almost dear last just 3 months. Some people almost dear will just last. It depends. Once a China product, so it depends on yours. Okay, good. So let me see. Yes, we sell the perforator for punching the holes in the packaging card. We sell them. If you want some, you can let us know. We'll help you out with that. Okay, yes, Stephanie, is true. You buy the mini printer even in black and white, it's not still giving you the best. So this hack that I showed you with the outline, most of those who sell it and use it, that's what they do. They use the outline method. They make it deep. Okay, you see, without the outline, this is it. But with the outline, it becomes much thicker. You see the difference. So when you print this with the mini printer, it helps it a little. You see, so let's say move the thickness away, you take that outline away, send it to one. This is how it looks. Something like this. When you print it on a mini printer, you get the worst effect ever. But if you set it to something like maybe you set it to 34, you give it 34 thickness, you see it becomes very, very thick. So that's what happens. You understand? Good. Yeah, so for adding the inscriptions with the large format printing people, there don't go and play there. If maybe your customer is only requesting for one keychain with a custom name, then you just use the PVC sticker. you just use the PVC sticker and then you are good to go. Okay, so with the PVC sticker, this is one of it. Well, so with this one is I think this is lowercase. Okay, there's also a tutorial on how to do this, so you can just move there and see it. So you get them in 4 colors. There's gold, white, black, and silver. So if maybe your order is black, the keychain the customer did is black, you just move with the gold or the white or even the silver. Use it to spell out the name. No worry. What else? Yeah. So if you don't do it that way and you go with one name, I'm telling you, Stephanie and Anastasia, mon common in aqua, yes, I'm dear. Yeah, I'm the one name now, the beko. But the one name no code, yeah, I beg you. I beg you people. If not, maybe you have someone who does large format printing in your area. No, I should not acquire a friend by force. By force, no one I find and then the only who she they be will be say how are you, sir? Then they be a dark row prints be a was and yamanona why am I free. But aside that, dear, if it's not bulk order or something, please use this one. It's very easy. Okay, good. So let me see if there are more questions. So I was told you only have 3 to 1, so the 2 to 1 that will be next month. But those of you who have already started trying the 3 to 1, a lot of you can attest to the fact that it's also very good. It's also very, very good. It also gives the best effects you can be looking for. All you need to do is know how to measure and know how to mix your resin, and then that is all. Okay, let me see. Do we still have more and more questions? More questions, okay, so that I can answer all of them. And then one more thing, you people, you're not even buying from me. You people, why are you like this? Hey, you people should come and buy the resin supplies and do the project. Some of you have been sending very, very nice projects. They are very nice. Some of you are really doing very, very well. And please be posting. If you really want to make money off resin art, just be posting. It will shock you who will see your products and want not 1, not 2, or maybe 100 or 200 pieces. Okay, if you do them and you keep them in your room, who is coming to see what you can do? Just be posting, be trying your hands on more things, be playing around the Canva, be playing around resin projects, resin pieces. Okay, so see, the materials, they are there waiting for you people. Some of you wait when the materials finish, then you come and say that, madam, I want this. Then now it will be some way be as if I cannot tell you that, as if I can tell you. Okay, good. So yeah, on art canvas, I think I saw a video once. Someone was doing a project on art canvas. You can do it on art canvas, don't worry. It will cure and it will be very good. How can you do it in circular form? So for the circular form with Canva, you cannot do it in circular form. You just do your design and send it to them. Okay, we did one earlier on. Is it this one? Oh no, this is the Christian Nature picture. So good. So we did this one earlier on. So for this, you see, it's still a square, you understand, but when you send it to the print and press, and you tell them, oh, maybe the size of the mold, you just tell them you want 4.5 cm size round, they will do it for you. Okay, when they bring it, it will be round and it will be cut already. So for that one, you don't have to stress too much about it. Okay, let me see. Oh, delivery, BBO, but small your bedroom hall. Okay, small your bedroom hall. So not every mold is 4.5 cm. Some, let me see, I don't have one with the other mold here. Hold on, let me get one and show you. Okay, so these two molds here, this one, this blue one is a 4.5 cm. You see that? That's for the blue one. So to get the size, you just need to get a ruler and you measure from here to here and you get the size of the mold. Obviously, by just looking at it, you can tell that this is bigger than this. Have you seen that? And this is also thicker than it as well. You see? So you realize this is not going to be 4.5 cm. With your ruler, you can tell the size. This is around 5 cm or 4.8. Okay, so every mold has its own size, every single mold. So you just have to make sure you have a ruler at home and then you measure the size before you send it to the printing press. And no, the size of the mold is not written on it. Just get a ruler, okay? Ruler will pay, I'll bring maybe 3 cities. Maybe I don't know, but just get the ruler and then you check it for you by yourself. And yes, Nadia, you can use Canva on your phone. Okay. So yes, if you want a transparent printout, you have to tell them you want a transparent printout, okay? Because if not, they will print it on any type of material for you. They have different types of materials they print on. They have SAV, they have transparent. So when you send your artwork or your project, then you are going to have to ask them for either transparent or SAV depending on what you are working on. If you're a little confused about the SAV, don't worry, I'll be posting a tutorial this coming week. I've already recorded it. It's a cat voiceover. But I'll post a tutorial and explain why you need SAV and not just any prints for the designs like this one or this one. Okay, so I explain why you need SAV for this type of work. Good. So yes, you have to tell them what you want. If it's transparent, you let them know. If it's this, you let them know. Okay, so yes, the pricing, we will discuss the pricing, don't worry. There's a little argument amongst Ghanaian resin artists about how pricing is actually done, but we are not really settling on prices that we should all use. It's still taking too much time. But what I can say is that I wouldn't really say there's a standard for pricing, okay? Because some Davy can be selling chicken on her table for a price based on her efforts and her resources or whatever. And KFC can also sell the same chicken at a different price. So what I would advise is you look at the efforts and then the resources that you use in your product. And when you look at that, you can use that to price. But you just have to use a reasonable pricing system, okay? If you feel maybe this souvenir I'm making, this keychain I'm making, oh, I didn't use much resin, yes, but after using the resin, I used mica powder, I used time. Your timing is very important. As crafters in within Africa, most people don't really calculate the efforts that they use. A lot of people underprice their things just for people to buy them and then for them to get some money. But I don't really advise you do that. You calculate your efforts, everything into it, okay? So what you can do is you just make sure you calculate what you use, your resources, everything, and then you give it a reasonable price. Just don't underprice it, okay? So let's see. Okay, so I think the questions here have been addressed. I'm going to stress again on the fact that we sell the materials. You can either walk in, or you can order online, and then we are going to sell them for you. Okay. um the blue mold is the 4.5 cm I was talking about. Okay, it's 4.5 cm. um and then still, for those of you who want to know the materials we have, we all we always share the link to our prices on the website and all that. So this is a shop, the link to the prices of items that we have available. So when you tap on the link, it's going to bring you to this page, and then the prices of all the materials we currently have available in the shop have been listed, and there are images attached to them. Anytime we restock, we always make sure to upload it also on the site. We have the UV resins, the scales, the whatever, we have a lot of them. And for those of you who haven't seen the tutorial on how to use the jump ring opener, we have also posted that as well. Okay, so the jump ring openers, the phone cases, the dried flowers, leaf sheets, we post or we upload the picture and prices of everything we have available. So if you want to buy online or all that, you can just tap on the link and then just send screenshots of what you want. So for the pigments, we have different pictures of what we have available. The same applies to the glitters and all that. Okay, that way when you're buying, you see a picture of what you really want or what you are paying for. Have you seen that? Okay, so we are trying to make it very easy for us to respond. So as many messages as that we get a lot, so we are trying to be able to attend to everyone as soon as possible, so that you know be there, please send me a picture of this, send me a picture of that. You understand? So all you need to do is just ask for price list. I'll still post the link to the price list in the group again. So those of you who haven't like seen them already, you just go there and then you see it. Okay, so you can pay on this website. We are working on an official website where you can order and pay on, and then your order will be delivered. But currently this is what we have. So if you want to see the color or whatever, you just tap on the arrow, and then it's just going to send you through the available ones that we have. So yeah, so let me see, I think the same applies to the crushed stones. Yeah, so the crushed glass or crushed stones to the same thing. So if you want anything, you can just check and then you know the prices. Okay, so I'll paste the link to the group again. So the reason why we only have iPhone covers is that, you know, iPhones are much easier, and then there are so many Android products, Android phones. There's Samsung, there's Infinix, there's, I don't even know the Androids, please, I beg you, I'm not saying anything. But there are so many, and under each brand there are different models. There's Samsung A series or Galaxy, or like, you understand. And then as compared to the iPhones, where the brands are more specific and much easier to purchase or sell, the other ones, there are A series, this series, Galaxy X, Galaxy Y, so many. Before you go to Infinix, they have their own types or whatever. Like, you understand what I'm trying to address here. So that's way, it's like it's much easier to sell the iPhones as compared to selling the Androids, because you don't know which of the models you are buying and which one people will buy faster or which one will sell faster. You understand? Yeah. Let me see if there's okay. Great. The packaging rubbers, will upload it on the website and on our status when we restock them. Okay, currently we don't have some, but when we get some, we'll let you know. Okay. So I think that's it. Do we still have more questions? If you have more questions, please ask, so that I'll just reply them. Then we can close for the day. So to make it easier, let's say you want a specific item, you don't want to go through the whole price list. You just come here, you can tap on chemicals. It's just going to send you to the chemicals, the resin, the butane gas, the UV resin. Or maybe you want the molds. It's going to start from the shadow boxes and move down to the molds themselves. Or maybe you want the mixing tools, and here we have, these are the mixing tools. We also have the tools themselves and all that. Okay. Or maybe you just want to move straight into getting pigments and glitters. You tap on it, it's going to send you to pigments and glitters, and then you are going to just get to move right into that. Okay, so it's very easy to work around. Okay, so the printing press that we are opening is going to be ready this coming week, but I'll update the group immediately you start to operate. Okay, so that you can send your prints and then you can print from us as well, so that way you can get all what you need for your projects in one place. You get your molds, your pigments, your chemicals, and your printouts as well. Okay, so here are stickers. You see all the stickers we have available as well. So yeah, any more questions, my people? So yes, we do have the starter kits. We do have the starter kits as well. We have the 1200, the 600, and the 900, but the 1200 kit is heavily discounted. You'll be getting, I think, 400 cedis or 500 cedis off. So yeah, all the starter kits are discounted though. They're already discounted. You're getting a discounts of each and every one of them, but the 1200 one has more to offer. And let me see, the alphabet mold will be available maybe this coming week. There's a high chance of it getting restocked this coming week, but in case it isn't restocked this week, then the next week it will most certainly be restocked. But immediately we restock anything, we post videos of them on our status, and we also update the price list immediately they arrive. Okay, good. So yeah, so 1200, yes, you get a starter kit. So the, let me show you again. This one, the material used is SAV. Okay, it's called SAV. I'll post the tutorial, let's say tomorrow. I'll finish everything and then post a tutorial so that you get what I mean. Okay, it's called SAV. What at all is Stephanie saying? Stephanie is saying what? She said what? Hey, Radia Klawe Bekume. So I don't know why I think it's giving Halloween. It's not giving Halloween, yeah. One thing about the side earring mode is that there are more shapes on it. Okay, I don't know why I say it's giving Halloween. Let me see. This is not giving Halloween. Is it this one that you're saying is giving Halloween? The other ones, they are different shapes. There's a butterfly, there's a diamond. So maybe this and this. Okay, so aside these two, you're not seeing any other shape. Hey, Stephanie. So you get hearts, you get round, you get this mouse head or Mickey Mouse or whatever. You get, is this apple? And then for those who do the the crusher sets with the tray and whatever, you can add this one. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones, these two like this for gift sets for children, they will work perfectly well. So these two, they are saying everything is giving Halloween. Hey, why Benny? Don't mind her, it's not giving Halloween. Why? Okay, so let me see. So just these two the pumpkin and then the ghost. See, everything is giving Halloween. You didn't see butterfly and diamond and hearts and men cafe. Stephanie, dear printing press for the being out. So don't mind here, okay? I think we are done, my people. We are done. So I hope there are no more questions. I want to answer every question before you come and ask me in DM. And then, okay, those who were not able to watch the whole thing, I saw some people were saying that, oh, their network and all that. We'll still upload the video again so that you see it again. And even if you watched the tutorial, maybe you forgot some things about designing and all that, then we will just upload it so that you can always refer to it anytime you want to do your own Canva design and maybe you're having any difficulty. You can do that from there. Okay, thank you so much for joining today's live video. I think we've answered all the questions so far. I'll be uploading the next tutorial this coming week. Yeah, and then I think, okay, when I upload the tutorial, maybe I'll open the group, because some of you, a lot of you people are sending me videos of what you are doing and they are nice. I want the rest of your people to see them, okay, so that they'll know that, hey, there's competition, because some of you are even fighting for the class prefect title, a lot of you. But nipa na me person the man na me de be no. So I'll be posting them to I'll be posting them to, I'll open the group so that you'll be posting your projects so far, and then we'll see who is who. Okay, we'll see who is who from there. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless everyone. My brother, God bless everyone for joining. Bye bye. Hey, Asama, how will I even end this thing again? Asama, yes. I almost forgot to address one. People can vibe. Hey, those of you in this class, people can vibe. Some of you can text me, and the way people can vibe or what, people can really vibe. And then, one more thing. You see, when we post the tutorials on YouTube, before I forget, when we post the tutorials on YouTube, I try as much as possible to add the list of items we used in the video, okay, in the description. So that way, if even you don't want to buy the specific molds that were used, if even you didn't like, you don't want to use the specific molds that were used, you can use that as some kind of let me say template, or yes, to select what you want to use. Let me search the O-Celle scraps. Okay, so I want to show you a copy of what I'm talking about. Okay, so this one like this here. Okay, when you go to the description, you are going to see the items that were used in the tutorial. Can you see? Good. So you're going to see, for this tutorial we use 2:1 resin, but for the rest of them, most of the rest of them, we use 3:1. Okay, so you see here that we've listed the things that were used. Good. So let's say you want to make your own piece, you want to do your own order, your own project or anything. All you have to do is you can just copy this list, or you just like refer to the price list that I'm sending. Like, you come to this price list, and then maybe the first item is what, butterfly mold, or any simple mold can be used. So maybe you don't want to use butterfly, but you want to use maybe a keychain mold. So you just come through and see, oh, okay, I like this one, okay, I like this one, oh no, I like this one. So you just take a screenshot of what you want and then move to the next thing. Here we have gold leaf sheets. Okay, so if you don't want gold leaf sheets and you want another color for the leaf sheets, you just move down to where the leaf sheets are. So let me just go up, tap on fillings. So here we have a lot. We don't only have the gold, we have green, silver, blue, rose gold, and all that. So maybe you don't want to use the gold, but you want to use black, or you want to use the metallic apricot leaf sheet. You take a screenshot of that too, and then you put it down. Now you go back to the list. Okay, here gold flakes. Okay, maybe we don't have gold flakes, so you come to caps, sticks, the resin hardener, lighter, gloves, ice cream. So you realize this is just a template for you to do what? Select what you want. Okay, for you to select everything that you want. So you just come here, you select all that you want, or you just take screenshots from the price list. Then we will list your order, do the total and everything, and we'll send you the payment method. Okay, and then one more thing, please, we don't do payments on delivery. Some of you keep asking for payments on delivery. For so many reasons, we don't do payments on delivery. You make payments, we will deliver it to you. So the next time you want to place an order for anything at all you have to do is, maybe based on the project you are watching or the tutorial you are watching, you see the list of items that were used. Okay, once you go there and you see the list of items that were used, you can just take your screenshot from there, or you can just YouTube you can just use this as some kind of template and place your order. Have you seen? You people, I'm telling you plenty. You people, you don't even love me. So I think I'm done. Okay, I just wanted to touch on this one. I like talking, Pamidi, I know. So that's it for now. Okay. And one more thing, the printing press will start working in the course of the week. Immediately we start working, I would say it in the group, so that anytime you have any printouts or anything like that, you can just let us know. Okay. Okay, so bye bye everyone, good night. Please sleep, everyone should go and sleep. Hope to see you in the next week's tutorial. Okay, bye bye. How do I even end this thing one more time?